There are homes that sit in prime locations, and their owners work incredibly hard, yet they still struggle with poverty. And the reason, Therese, lies right at the front porch. Hello, I am Master Han. The porch is the intersection between heavenly energy and human energy. It is the very first place where your home breathes in and out the energy of the universe. When negative energy gathers on the porch, it blocks the flow of wealth. And no matter how hard you try, money will not stay and blessings will not grow. Many people have no idea that every crack, every dark corner, or even a broken item left in the wrong spot outside could be a sign of financial loss, illness, or prolonged misfortune. In this video, I will explain in detail why the porch can play such a critical role in determining the fate of the homeowner. And you will realize that with just a few small changes, not only can wealth return, but your health, your mental well-being, and your family's harmony can also begin to flow freely again. Before we get started, write this positive affirmation in the comments. I open the porch of my heart to welcome the energy of prosperity today. When your intention is right, prosperous energy will already begin to move in your direction. And if you want to keep walking with me on this journey to unlock wealth energy and protect your blessings, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, I will be sharing more traditional Feng Shui secrets for attracting abundance, explained in a clear, logical, and practical way, so you can transform your home into a powerful energy hub that draws in long-lasting prosperity. Now take a moment to look at the porch in front of your house. Are any of these signs present? If they are, they might be silently blocking your prosperity, draining your health, and quietly pushing your luck away. First, a cracked, dirty porch. The porch floor is where you place your very first step, a symbol of new beginnings and stability. If that first step lands on a surface that is weak, uneven, or cracked, it creates a subtle sense of insecurity and instability in terms of energy. That uneasy feeling can make a person less confident, easily distracted, and struggle to maintain balance in life. In Feng Shui, when energy flows through an uneven or dirty space, it becomes heavy and sluggish, just like water getting stuck in a clogged stream. When the energy flow is blocked right at the entry point, wealth cannot easily make its way into your home. Cracks are also seen as signs of scattered energy. Positive energy cannot gather or stay, so wealth comes and goes, and opportunities fade before they can be realized. Dust, trash, or mold on the porch all contribute to a weakening of yang energy, allowing yin energy, which represents stagnation and lifelessness, to take over the space. When this happens over a long period, people living in the house tend to feel tired, unmotivated, and unable to maintain stability in both work and finances. Taking care of your porch is not superstition. It is a practical action to restore the natural balance between you and your living space. When you repair cracks, clean away the dirt, and keep the floor bright and tidy, you are helping energy flow naturally, like a cool stream moving smoothly through every room. A clean, solid porch floor sends out a message of stability, resilience, and gratitude for the blessings you already have. Second, a dark, cold porch. In Feng Shui, light is not just about aesthetics. It is a symbol of vitality and growth. When the porch lacks light, feels dark and cold, positive energy weakens, and the space becomes heavy. Yang energy is like the warmth of the sun. It nurtures life and activates luck. On the other hand, yin energy represents stillness, stagnation, and even a sense of blockage. A dark porch creates an imbalanced buffer zone where positive energy is stopped before it can even enter the home. In the energetic structure of a house, the porch is considered the first breath of the living space. When it is bright and airy, energy flows harmoniously, good energy enters easily, and both homeowners and guests feel calm and welcomed. But when the porch is always in shadow, the air becomes heavy, damp, and cold. Conditions that cause energy to shrink and lose vitality. Without energy flow, wealth cannot flow either. From a spiritual perspective, darkness does not only affect physical space, it also impacts human mood and mental state. People are naturally sensitive to light. Living in a dark environment for too long can wear down the nervous system, leading to fatigue, anxiety, and even a loss of direction. That is why a gloomy porch often makes the homeowner feel drained, low energy, unfocused, and prone to minor but persistent health issues like insomnia, headaches, or unexplained fatigue. Light is a symbol of wisdom, hope, and life force. When light is missing from the entrance of your home, the place where guests are welcomed, it means your energetic beginning is being dimmed. And spiritually speaking, when people lose their inner light, they are easily overtaken by fear and worry. So keeping your porch bright is not just about lighting, it is about nourishing a positive, forward-moving mindset. The mindset of growth, confidence, and inspired action. Keeping the porch well-lit and ventilated can be as simple as opening it up to natural sunlight during the day or adding a warm light fixture at night. Even a small but steady light at the porch can chase away physical darkness and create a path for fresh energy, the energy of prosperity, health, and peace. When the porch is bright, the heart feels lighter. And when the heart is bright, good fortune naturally begins to shine. Third, plants or large pots blocking the porch. When the porch area is crowded with thick plants or oversized pots, the natural flow of energy becomes disrupted. In Feng Shui, this is seen as a sign that energy is being choked off, preventing luck, wealth, and vitality from reaching the home. Plants bring freshness, but in Feng Shui, everything must be balanced. Plants that are too large, with thick canopies or bulky trunks, block the light, which represents yang energy and life force. When sunlight cannot reach the porch, the area becomes cold, damp, and still. This weakens yang energy and increases the presence of yin energy. The porch is no longer a place that welcomes blessings, but instead becomes a zone that traps stale, heavy, stagnant energy. Just imagine walking through a porch that is completely covered with weak light and heavy air. You naturally feel weighed down and drained. That is not a random feeling. It is a real effect that your environment has on your mental and emotional energy. When your space is blocked, your heart tends to close off as well. Living in a space with limited light over time makes people feel heavy and sluggish. But that does not mean you have to eliminate greenery, because plants are a valuable source of life energy. The issue is in how you arrange them. Plants on the porch should be neat, within eye level, with soft leaves and easy to care for. Place pots to the sides, avoiding the main walkway or any obstruction of light. If you have climbing vines or a trellis, make sure to trim them regularly so light and air can still flow through. When sunlight filters through the leaves and a soft breeze touches the porch, that is when energy truly becomes alive. Fresh, gentle, and full of yang vitality. A porch with just the right amount of greenery, plenty of light, and open space is the perfect picture of harmony between humans and nature. It creates comfort and ease, but more importantly, it sustains the circulation of prosperous energy. When life energy flows freely and yang energy is strong, homeowners feel lighter, clearer in thought, and more successful in their work. Fourth, a porch facing a dead-end street. In Feng Shui, all energy flows follow the principle of movement, pause, gathering. When energy flows naturally, life moves smoothly. But when energy is blocked, stalled, or reversed, the space becomes heavy and sluggish, which directly affects the mood, health, and financial well-being of the people living there. The porch is the first place to receive and regulate incoming energy. So if the path or road leads directly and forcefully into the front door, especially in places where cars often drive fast, positive energy bounces off and cannot settle in front of the home. However, if it is just a quiet cul-de-sac with little traffic, the energy remains balanced and does not have a negative effect. Think of energy like a gentle breeze or a flowing stream. When water hits a wall, it bounces back. When wind reaches a dead end, it swirls around and loses direction. The universal flow of energy behaves the same way. A porch facing a dead-end road becomes a spot where energy is reflected back, unable to spread, creating a blockage in the energy path. When that happens, wealth is difficult to gather. Opportunities come and go quickly, and no matter how hard the residents try, life feels stagnant. Lots of effort, but very little result. Energetically, a dead-end road symbolizes the stopping and stalling of movement. When energy gets blocked right in front of the porch, It is as if the house loses its natural breath. Without movement, the space becomes tight, filled with yin energy, the kind that makes people feel exhausted, heavy, and drained. Over time, this can affect mindset. People in the home may feel discouraged, unmotivated, or uninspired to take action. But here is the important thing to understand. A dead-end road is not inherently bad. It is simply a reminder that the energy in that space needs to be redirected in order to flow naturally. Feng Shui does not try to change geography. It helps us create balance within our existing conditions. In this case, the solution is to guide the energy so it does not hit the porch head-on and stop abruptly. You can use small plants, flower pots, or a low railing to help steer the energy slightly to the sides rather than straight into the porch. Also, keeping the area well lit, especially with warm lighting at night, helps pull in more yang energy and softens the feeling of stagnation. Even small touches like a bright welcome mat or a small plant placed to one side can create a more inviting, natural flow of energy. Fifth, a porch that slopes outward. An outward sloping porch might seem like just a small design detail, but in Feng Shui, that slope directly affects the flow of wealth energy. When the surface of the porch leans too much toward the outside, everything from rainwater to good energy tends to flow away, with no place to stop or gather. This creates a situation where energy comes and immediately goes, meaning that good fortune and wealth are pushed away before they can settle at the front of the house. Symbolically, an outward slope represents loss. Positive energy cannot stop to nourish the family's fortune. So even if you work hard or come across good opportunities, money tends to come fast, go fast, making it difficult to save or accumulate. People living in homes with this kind of porch often feel like nothing lasts. Their work or income is unstable, constantly shifting. That is the natural result when energy lacks a place to gather, just like an upside-down bowl, where water cannot hold even a single drop. Beyond energy, the physical feeling of stepping onto a porch that slopes outward also affects your psychology. It can feel like you are stepping downward, which lowers your body's energy and reduces your sense of safety and stability. Over time, this creates an uneasy energy field, making people feel shaky and lacking a sense of security, both financially and emotionally. That is why it is best to keep the porch surface flat. If water drainage is necessary, allow for a slight slope outward for runoff, but add a small step, a welcome mat, or a few low potted plants at the edge of the porch. These will help energy pause briefly before being pulled away, providing both safety and the ability to retain good fortune. Sixth, sharp corners or pointed objects facing the porch. In Feng Shui, when a sharp object, corner of a wall, or roof edge points directly at the porch, it is called shachi, or piercing energy. This is an aggressive form of energy. It causes the natural energy flow to accelerate unnaturally, becoming harsh and sharp like an arrow shooting straight ahead. When the porch, meant to be a place where energy gently enters, is hit by this type of force, it can no longer soften or guide the energy flow. Instead, the energy rushes in with intensity, disrupting balance. Energy in Feng Shui, just like in nature, should move gently, curve around obstacles, and have moments to rest. A straight, fast flow is like strong wind blowing through a narrow alley. It does not bring vitality, only turbulence. When the porch is targeted by sharp angles, the energy has no time to diffuse and hits the home directly. Energetically, this creates a tense atmosphere. The people living inside are more likely to feel irritated, anxious, or experience conflict without clear reasons. It disrupts emotional balance and can create a constant sense of agitation, but it does not stop at emotions. This piercing energy also makes the household's overall energy unstable, like a lake stirred by a sudden storm. Plans, routines, and goals often face unexpected interruptions. Many people feel like they are always running into obstacles, struggling to concentrate, or going through sudden mood changes. All of this stems from energy around the porch being out of balance. In traditional Feng Shui, soft, slow, and warm energy is the foundation of prosperity. A gentle stream nourishes plants and supports life. In contrast, fast and sharp energy, like a hurricane, may seem powerful at first, but ultimately causes damage. So when your porch is exposed to direct Shui, the answer is not fear, but transformation. The goal is to redirect and soften the energy so it slows down, spreads gently, and enters your home in a nourishing way. Seventh, an empty, bare porch with no energy anchor. While an overgrown porch can block energy flow, the opposite, an overly empty porch, prevents energy from gathering at all. In Feng Shui, energy movement always requires two elements: motion to circulate and stillness to collect. When a porch is too bare with nothing to hold the energy in place, the flow moves too quickly, like a gust of wind blowing across an open field, strong but cold, and in the end, leaving behind only emptiness. An empty porch makes a house feel unwelcoming, as if the owner does not want anyone to enter. Energetically, this is a sign of scattered energy. Without a point of gathering, wealth, blessings, and opportunities pass by without stopping. The people who live there may feel disconnected from their space, have trouble focusing, or constantly feel unsettled. Just like luck that arrives but never stays, money that comes but slips away, emotions and health become unstable. From a psychological perspective, a bare porch can trigger feelings of loneliness or emotional coldness. Walking past an empty, colorless, lifeless space, without light or personality, makes people feel like they are moving through a void. That unconscious message lowers a person's internal energy and may lead to fatigue or a lack of vitality. In Feng Shui, energy gathering is the art of holding positive energy in a space so it can nourish your environment. Energy needs a place to pause, to slow down, before it spreads throughout the house. But you do not need fancy decorations to create this. A simple wooden chair, a small potted plant, or a tiny table in the corner of the porch can be enough to anchor the energy. These objects not only add a welcoming touch, but act as energy hooks, preventing good energy from slipping away too quickly. You can also add soft lighting, like a warm lamp or a scented candle near the porch. Light symbolizes yang energy, and when it shines gently over an empty space, it helps the energy feel softer and more settled. A small doormat at the entrance or a light wall painting can also serve this purpose, adding beauty while encouraging energy to pause for a moment before flowing into the home. Eighth, a damp, moldy porch with standing water. A porch that constantly feels damp, covered in green moss, or retains water after rain is a clear sign that energy flow in that area is stagnant. It shows that yang energy is weak and yin energy is dominating. From an energetic perspective, standing water represents stagnation and unhealthy accumulation. Instead of circulating and refreshing the space, stagnant water absorbs dust, creates musty odors, and gives off a heavy, cold feeling. When yin energy dominates the porch, which is supposed to be filled with light and air, the energy entering your home is also affected. This explains why homes with damp, dark porches often make residents feel drained, low energy, and stuck in a state of fatigue or mental fog. Beyond Feng Shui, there are also health concerns. A damp environment is the perfect breeding ground for mold, bacteria, and mosquitoes. These not only reduce air quality but also impact the respiratory system, skin, and joints. Moisture that rises from the porch floor can infiltrate your home, triggering back pain, joint issues, colds, sinus problems, or disrupted sleep patterns. Feng Shui is not just about energy flow. It also reflects the deep connection between the health of your home and your personal health. Where energy is blocked, wellness is hard to maintain. To fix a damp porch, the first step is to eliminate the root cause of water buildup. Check the drainage system and resurface the porch so rainwater can drain smoothly. Ideally, the porch should be slightly higher than the ground outside or slope gently outward to prevent pooling. If the area lacks sunlight, try to clear obstructions, trim plants, or install warm lighting to boost yang energy. Light not only helps dry the space but also activates energy flow, reducing the cold, still nature of the area. You can also place a sun-loving plant near the edge of the porch. Greenery helps absorb moisture and stale energy while bringing new life into the space. If moss keeps growing, replace porous surfaces with natural stone or moisture-resistant mats. These small changes keep the porch clean, bright, and dry, key conditions for inviting yang energy back into your home. The porch is not just a shelter from the sun and rain, it is the very first gateway that welcomes the blessings of your entire home. When this space is clean, bright, and full of life, the flow of prosperous energy will naturally be drawn to it. But on the other hand, if the porch is dark, damp, or cracked, positive energy cannot stay. As a result, wealth becomes difficult to hold on to, and both your health and mental well-being will slowly begin to decline. Feng Shui does not teach us to believe in the supernatural. It teaches us how to live in harmony with the energy around us. When you care for your porch, sweeping away every layer of dust, drying every drop of moisture, turning on a small light each night, you are sending out a message that says, I am ready to receive good fortune. And when your heart is open, energy will naturally open as well, and blessings will come and settle with you. A bright, solid porch is a symbol of lasting prosperity and inner peace. Remember this, by making a change at the very first step into your home, the entire energy path of your household can shift for the better. If this resonates with you, leave a positive affirmation in the comments. I open the door to welcome blessings and prosperity into my home today. And do not forget to hit subscribe so you can continue learning powerful Feng Shui secrets for wealth with me, Master Han, every week. Because when you care for every brick, every porch, with awareness and intention, the universe will quietly begin to open the path for good fortune to enter your life.